I'm so glad I am who I am. Thank you to heaven. Heaven is a place on earth. Heaven is a place in mind. It's the place where we learn our worth. We can go there anytime. I'm so glad you are who you are. 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 Thank you to heaven. Heaven is a place on earth. Heaven is a place in mind. It's the place where we learn our worth. We can go there anytime. A little musical interlude here. I'm so glad we are who we are. 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 Thank you to heaven. Heaven is a place on earth. Heaven is a place in mind. It's the place where we learn our worth, yeah. We can go there anytime. So glad we are who we are. I'm so glad we are who we are. I'm so glad we are who we are. I'm so glad we are who we are. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven.
Thank you, Marilyn, and welcome again to everyone who's joined us since we started the singing, everyone on YouTube, Facebook, Zoom, and in the room. Welcome to the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Lanny Howard, and I'm the Minister Emeritus here at Sierra Center. And it's my pleasure to remind us of who we are. We are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of creation. We aspire to live authentic spiritual lives through a practical application of the teachings of the science of mind and spirit. We engage in sacred practices that uplift our spirit, deepen our awareness, and ignite our soul's self-expression. We demonstrate active compassion to ourselves, each other, and the world. And we experience meaningful contribution through giving generously of our time, our talents, and our treasures. And we intentionally promote our community and its teachings. And I don't know if any of you saw that article on the second page of the Union this week, but that was definitely a beautiful article about Sierra Center and what we've got going in 2024. So thank you to Julia for putting that into the paper.
What day was that?
I don't remember. Might have been Tuesday.
It might have been, or Wednesday.
Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday. All right. So now we're going to, light our inclusion candle, and Jivan is going to help me with that. Yep. All right. We light these candles to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faiths, all beings, all life, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation, seen and unseen, and to remind us of the light of spirit within us all. It looks like the light of spirit is lit. Yay. So what's alive in you today? What is the quality of God that's bubbling up in you? Life. Gratitude. Completion. Love. Friendship. Yes. All right. Excellent, excellent. So we are a praying community, and there are lavender prayer requests in the seat backs in front of you. You can write out your prayer request, and there's a little box on the table by the front door. You can put it in that box, and then the ministers and practitioners pray on these requests all week. And I'm also available after service to have prayer with you. So please approach me, and I will be happy to pray with you. If anyone is here for the first or second time, if you feel comfortable, would you raise your hand? All right. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. And now I'm going to invite Marilyn to read our announcements for the week.
Hello. My name is Marilyn Gale, and here are today's announcements. First of all, the January-February Science of Mind magazine double issues are on sale, and they're $10 over here, and I recommend it. It's a great magazine. Also, we have some classes coming up soon. There are some clipboards over here. If you're interested in any of the classes, please put your name and information on there so that we, because they're not set in stone exactly when they're going to happen just yet. So please do sign up if you're interested in any of these classes. First of all, we have a spiritual economics class, which is an 8-week Science of Mind accredited course. Will be taught by Rev Julia. Really good class. Also, A Course of Love will be a weekly ongoing sharing group circle with Rev Julia. You can send an email to the office or sign up on the clipboard there if any of these are of interest to you. Okay, so also I'm actually combining a couple of these announcements into one. I can let you know that I am currently the president of the Board of Trustees for Sierra Center for Spiritual Living, and we are going to be having an annual member meeting on Sunday, January 28th, coming up, and there will be a light lunch provided, and all members should attend. Now, having said that, I want you to know that there are openings for the Board of Trustees. And if you're interested in coming onto the board, I would love to talk to you about that. And if you're not yet a member of Sierra Center for Spiritual Living, you need to be a member to become onto the board. And so that brings me back to the Quick Start class, which is a membership class. And so if you're interested in becoming onto the board, please do put your name up onto the Quick Start class because that's going to be necessary. And again, if you're interested in any of that, you can talk to me after service. We also have Liliana Cruz, and she's going to be facilitating another class called Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. And that is going to be in person in Spanish. So if you're up on your Spanish, come on over. If not, maybe save that for another time.
Our monthly potluck and community update meeting is next Sunday on the 7th of January. Please bring a dish to share if you can. And Reverend Julia will be facilitating personal visioning for the new year on the 14th of July after service. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not July. It's January. I'm already into the new year. Can you tell? January. Everything's happening in January right now. We want to thank you for the Giving Tree contributions. If you made any, we have helped to raise over $2,700 so far. This is the last day for the Giving Tree, so if you would please consider a tax-deductible donation today, help us create a world that works for all. And ways you can give to the Giving Tree are you can text Giving Tree 2003 to 44321. Hope you understand that. And there's also a payment link on our website or in our weekly newsletter. Additionally, if you're here in person, you can place your gift in the donation basket and write Giving Tree on the envelope. Thank you so much.
And Rev Lanning, I have a couple announcements in addition to that.
Okay.
Hey, hello everyone, I'm Juanita. Rev Julia wanted me to mention she's on Zoom, and for folks on Zoom, she wants to let you know for the best experience for sound is to be on YouTube right now. And then once she does her talk, the best sound is through Zoom. So if you have both of those live streams going at the same time, you can toggle between the two. Also, today after service, we'll be taking down the Christmas decorations, and if you'd like to stay to help me out, that would be sweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Juanita. And now it's time for another community song. Yes. So Marilyn is filling many roles today.
I call it loving dual duty. Okay, so this little song is actually, the words are by Ernest Holmes, our founder, from the fabulous book that is titled This Thing Called You. So I grabbed up these words and turned it into this little chant. I'll show you how that goes. Love makes the way clear before me. Joy wells up within my mind. And life sings its song of ecstasy in my heart. I kind of messed that up, but give it a try. Love makes the way clear before me. Joy wells up within my mind. And life sings its song of ecstasy in my heart. That's it. Love makes the way clear before me. Joy wells up within my mind. And life sings its song of ecstasy in my heart. Keep going. Love makes the way clear before me. Joy wells up within my mind. And life sings its song of ecstasy in my heart. One more time. Love makes the way clear before me. Joy wells up within my mind. And life sings its song of ecstasy in my heart. In my heart. in my heart. Once again, in my heart. In my heart. Now, very slowly, in my heart. In my heart.
Thank you, Marilyn. All right, now is time for our sacred reading. And as you know, we have this sign up here that says, joyfully co-creating beloved community. And so I thought I would define beloved community for us. Although the idea behind the beloved community is timeless, the phrase was first used by philosopher-theologian Josiah Royce. And as you know, Josiah Royce spent time here in Nevada County, went to school here in Nevada County. And that's why we have a library in Grass Valley named after him. He founded something called the Fellowship of Reconciliation. It was then popularized by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King as part of the civil rights movement. So that's where the phrase beloved community was first originated, at least in the English language. Here are the 5 defining characteristics of beloved community. Given our shared desire to be peaceful, happy, and safe, the beloved community described a practical, realistic, and achievable society. In the beloved community, conflict still exists, but it is resolved peacefully, nonviolently, and without hostility, ill will, or resentment. In the beloved community, we recognize the interdependent nature of all life, so we appreciate, recognize, and value the inherent worth of all people, animals, and ecosystems. In the beloved community, kindness, compassion, and love for all life motivates our actions. We work cooperatively, peacefully, to end hunger, prejudice, poverty, homelessness, climate change, environmental destruction, factory farming, and violence and injustice of all kinds. And in the beloved community, the means we use to create change are just as kind and compassionate as the ends we seek. Our commitment to unconditional and all-inclusive kindness and goodwill allows the beloved community to become what Dr. King called an engine of reconciliation. And this is all on the web under the Boundless Love Project. So that is our sacred reading for today, and this is our time of inward shift. Our value for today is community. And how do we think about community, that, as well as the beloved community and all those things? Community is where we feel that we belong, where we are willing to help one another, to recognize one another as the presence of God, and to just make everyone welcome. And I was thinking about, back in the day, I used to go to Asilomar for a week, and then I would go to family camp in the Sierras with the University of California alumni camp with my sister and her sons. And at Asilomar, I always felt welcomed. I always felt the joy of our shared belief in oneness and our shared belief in the unity of all life. And our singing, our prayers, our workshops, everything felt enriching and enlivening. And then I would go to the family camp where, because we hadn't been there for years, there was families and families and families that had been there for years. And we were a little unconventional family because it was my sister and I, and her kids instead of a husband and wife and kids. And so people sort of looked at us a little askance. And, you sort of felt that, who are you and why are you here kind of thing. And, we got over that if we kept going for years and years. But, initially it was sort of a jarring experience to come from a place where I felt I totally belonged to go to a place where people were questioning whether I belonged or not. So community is where we feel that comfort, we feel that connection, and we know that we belong. And we all belong to this life, to this earth, and to one another. Now I'm going to ring the bowl 3 times. We'll sing 3 alms, and I'm going to do the bell. We'll do an alm, we'll do the bell, we'll do an alm, do the bell, do an alm, and we'll go into 5 minutes of meditation. Let's take a breath together. As I begin our spiritual mind treatment. So how very grateful I am to remember and to know that there is just one power, one presence, one divine intelligence, one infinite love that is in, around, and through everything that is the essence and the substance of peace, of joy, of love, of harmony, of gratitude, of grace, of beauty, of truth, of all the good I could ever imagine or mention, and more, because it is infinite. And yet it is present in all of its creation. It is the energy potential and the divine intelligence that is everywhere. So I know that it's right here, right now, present in, through, and as me, in, through, and as all of us here in the room, all of us on YouTube, Zoom, and Facebook, each one, an incarnation of the one. Here by divine appointment to hear Reverend Julia's message this morning, to be able to release all that was binding or inhibiting or hurtful in the past year, and to open to the good of the coming year, to open to the joy, to the love, to the harmony, to the health, to the good that is wanting to be expressed. And so we open to it. Our consciousness is able to bring in that divine consciousness to allow all of these gifts to be expressed, to be made manifest by means of each one of us. And so I'm grateful for our coming together in community today. I'm grateful for all the volunteers who make this service possible, for our wonderful musician Marilyn, for Reverend Julia coming to speak to us, and for all of us connecting to one another in community and in harmony. And so with great gratitude for the good that I know is unfolding by means of us this day, with love and joy, I release my word into the law of life itself, knowing that the law responds by corresponding to this energy and makes it manifest. And we affirm this truth together as we say, and so it is. And now I am going to look at our affirmation for the morning. So our affirmation is up, and I'm going to say it once, and then I invite you to say it with me. I am made in the image of the divine, and I recognize this goodness in others. I am made in the image of the divine, and I recognize this goodness in others. And uh-oh. And the recording is in progress. So we're now having another community song. And this is not a community song, right? This is not a community song. This is just a special music. Thank you.
I don't know if you could keep up with me on this song, so maybe just try listening. Thanks. Mm-hmm. The world is a beautiful place, being a part of the human race. We can do, we can go, we can find, we can act on what's on our mind. What comes around goes around. You can go up, but you must come down. I want to find an infinite being who can prove that life has meaning. I am all I have to give. I've gotta be me every day that I live. I can be smart and do my part, be good to myself and true to my heart. Being real is important to me. I've got my whole life ahead, you know, as long as I live. I can learn and grow. I'll be around even after I go. It's the way that things are. Nature's ebb and flow. Times I've been falling apart. My life is expressed as an art. I need to go with the flow, and so I'm seeking harmony as I go. Oh, sometimes it seems the world is falling apart. What we need is a way to restart. It's time to make deliberate moves. Be watchful of just what we choose. I still believe it's not too late if we're willing to communicate, educate, facilitate, participate. It's okay to be who we are. Be kind, be loving, we can go far, yeah. Being real, you know, it's important to me. I've got my whole life ahead of me. Honesty and integrity seem to be the key. What the future holds, we are yet to see. I can reach for the stars and still be me. The world is a beautiful place. 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 A beautiful place.
Thank you, Marilyn. And now is time for our minister to join us. She is in Baja California right now, and so she's going to be joining us on Zoom. Please welcome the Reverend Julia Robles-Scott.
Oh my gosh, it's good to see you. I can actually see you from the camera in the back of the room. So I'm seeing the back of your heads, which is better than not seeing you at all. Thanks for coming out on New Year's Eve day to be there in person or virtually, or perhaps you'll be watching this recording. Just want to appreciate that you're taking the time out of this wonderful life to join us. I can't believe it's the end of 2023 already. It just seems like it flew by. So much was happening. And we get to embark on a whole new journey of our awakening process this coming year. And I know that as we look over the past year, I'm wondering what resolutions you might be thinking of for 2024. I know a lot of us take time out at the end of the year to actually contemplate what happened in the past year and think about, the things that we want to possibly change or incorporate into our life that can make our life better in So I really can't remember the last time I made a New Year's resolution per se. It's more of a, I don't know, lifetime resolution for spiritual evolution, ascension, consciousness, evolving. So I was thinking about this past year, and I realized that, I've had some regrets, and which is unusual for me. I don't usually have, but I was having some regrets about some things the way I went about things when my father passed, and so I've had the opportunity to practice self-compassion and remember that grief can make it very difficult to think clearly. And so I just am reminding myself that I've done the best I can and chose to practice letting go of any self-condemnation. So today, when I read the talk title, I thought it read A Wholeness Revolution, which you may have seen on the slide. But actually, the talk title is A Wholeness Resolution. And since there are no mistakes, I thought, well, how about we start a wholeness revolution by choosing to make a wholeness resolution? Yay. So where do we begin? First, we need to start from where we are. We need to clear the slate, so to speak, and make peace with everything that occurred in our life in 2023 beyond. And that's where I was thinking about those regrets I had and the opportunity to practice self-compassion. And so I don't know about you, but for me, I can feel grateful for a new threshold I crossed this past year. I got to become the bridge minister of the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. That's a huge threshold. It brought me so much joy and learning opportunities, and it continues to do so. And we all are on our own spiritual path of waking up to our spiritual magnificence. So whatever your path looks like, it is just what you need in every moment. I know that to be true. And so we can remember the advice, and I keep bringing this person up because I just think it's so appropriate, of the Zen monk Sono, to say to ourselves, I am thankful for everything. I have no complaint whatsoever. So what could a wholeness revolution look like? Well, it could look like a grand uprising. We can rise up and embrace and embody our wholeness. We can learn to love ourselves completely because we know that we are the divine in form. I am the divine as me. Let's say that together. I am the divine as me. One more time. I am the divine as me. So it is. The wholeness of spirit is in us, just like the whole ocean is in a drop. The same power, intelligence, and love that created the universe has created us, and it created us out of itself. It birthed us into existence. Father, Mother, God of all that is gave us its life to live in. And it moves, breathes, and has its being as us. We are holy beings here on earth, and we bless each other and the earth with our presence, just as the earth and all of life blesses us. I'm seeing my virtual background, and it reminds me a few days ago, I live captured a couple of mice. And so I drove up the mountain to release the mice. And as I was coming back, I stopped and took the photo that you're seeing as my virtual background. And so this is a hill behind where I live. the sea, which is now called the Gulf of California. And so I was just recognizing how the whole earth blesses me, my environment. I love the mice, and I'm so grateful I didn't have to kill them. It was a delight to take them to the mountain and let them go. And I have another one to let go today. I'd love to just have them as pets. And I don't think I have an aquarium big enough for something. So in today's Science of Mind magazine, the quote from Ernest Holmes is, "It is not our spirit that needs to be made whole. It is our mental reactions to life that need healing. These mental reactions are both conscious and subjective. So perhaps a resolution." Oh no. Focusing on our mental reaction. And just being consciously aware of how we're reacting to life that's going on around us. We are one with the infinite, and so we are infinite and eternal. We are here on purpose and for a divine purpose at that. What is your purpose? Has it changed over the years? What are you feeling called to be, do, and have this upcoming year? What sparks of exciting ideas have been coming to you that you may have pushed aside thinking you aren't capable or worthy of living a life that you are dreaming of? Or perhaps you felt disappointment in the past because you didn't get the things you had hoped for in life. So you don't dare let yourself dream too big because you don't want to be too disappointed. I bet if you look back at the disappointments in your life, you can look and find the blessing or blessings that came as a result of whatever it was that happened or didn't happen. And if you're willing to take the time to see those blessings and reframe the sad story that you've been telling yourself, you will be able to see that perhaps it has all been part of a divine plan. A plan so grand for your life that if you had actually gotten what you thought you wanted in the past and didn't get, that your life would not have turned out as well as it has. Maybe looking back from where you are now, you've even heard yourself say, "Phew, I'm glad that didn't happen." Or perhaps right now you are in the middle of an experience that seems too challenging, that you don't even know how you can possibly get through it, because it feels like the most difficult thing you've had to go through. I'm here to remind you of that old, so important quote, "This too shall pass." Yes, the only constant in life is change. And even though you may be going through something that is so painful that you think you can't bear it, I'm here to remind you that this too shall pass, and you are not alone. This is one of the blessings of being in spiritual community. We can lean on each other. We're all in this together. So reach out. Give someone the gift of being able to be there for you. Thank you, Red Lenny, for talking about the beloved community this morning. Sometimes the greatest support we can offer one another is the gift of deep listening. So many times the answers to my challenges have become clear just by having another human being listen deeply to me. This sacred listening allows the intelligence within me to rise above the story, up to the surface, and make the answer known to me as I am speaking and being deeply listened to. We all have that inner intelligence within us that has all the answers. All the solutions have already been given us. So come and lay your burden down, O ye that are weary and laden with sadness, and I will hear you, and I will see you as the divine being that you are. And as I do, you will see your own reflection in my and know this is the truth of who you are. And this is the truth that will set you free. Free from the world's woes, where you will know that you are one with the one, and all will be okay, and all is okay. Even if we are dying in the flesh, as we all seem to be, there is that eternal spirit at the center and core of us that will live on. And we will continue on our journey to the next plane of existence, which I understand from those who have died and have come back. It is so wonderful that they don't even want to return to this earthly life. So there is a perfect wholeness in, through, and as all of life. And please remember that this includes you, because there is only one of us. You truly are full, perfect, and complete, just as you are, with all your seeming imperfections. And now I'm going to invite us to go within for a healing journey. So if you feel comfortable, get settled in your chair, and I invite you to close your eyes. And just take some time to think of those things that you may be experiencing, like I was, self-condemnation or regret else. And we'll just take a moment and think of as many of them as you possibly can. And I invite us to remember that the past is gone. So if you are willing, I'm going to invite you to gather them all up in your mind and ask yourself, am I willing to let go of these feelings, whatever they may be, to clear out space in my consciousness for a new state of mind, a new way of being? And if the answer is yes, and you are willing, I invite you to imagine yourself bringing all these thoughts and feelings to the altar of your heart, where the eternal flame of pure spirit burns, which is the truth of who you are. You are a pure spirit. And now allow the fire of truth to burn all thoughts of self-condemnation, regrets, whatever they may be. Let it burn them all up, destroying them and turning them to ashes. And in your mind's eye, imagine seeing the ashes and realizing those harmful thoughts that you are willing to let go of are now gone into the nothingness from whence they came. And as you notice this, there is a sense of relief, release, perhaps appreciation for yourself, for giving yourself permission to let them go. Perhaps now you somehow feel lighter after having laid these burdens of your mind down. You have loosed the bonds that have held your mind captive. And now you see yourself turning and walking away from the ashes, leaving the past behind. And so I invite you to begin to bring your awareness back into your body, maybe wiggling your toes and your fingers. Bring your awareness back to this room. And having gone through this visualization, perhaps you feel a new resolve, a feeling of excitement about what is possible for your life in 2024. You've let go of limiting thoughts and made way for the new. You've made way for the truth of who you are to shine forth from within you. You've created that space in consciousness for a higher vibration of truth. So here's my charge for each of us right now. Let's make a resolution to live a life of wholeness, to not only recognize our own divinity, but to recognize this same divinity in others, for there truly are no others. There is only one, and we are it. So let's go forth into this new year, taking our rightful place on earth, being the light that we came here to be, a divine spark of spirit, standing in the truth of who we are, lighting up the world like only we can, and thereby lifting us all up into a consciousness of oneness and love. And that is what a wholeness revolution looks like. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Reverend Julia. Very inspiring. So now it's time for a community song. So let's stand for our community song.
All right, so this little ditty showed up when I was taking a walk one day. It goes like this. I've got something in my heart, there's something there. I've got something in my heart, we call it joy, joy. Sing it with me. I've got something in my heart, there's something there. What we got? Who's got something? Well, call it love. I've got something in my heart, we call it love, love. Again, I've got something in my heart, there's something there. Come on, what you got? Huh? Joy. I've got something in my heart, we call it joy, joy. We're going to go with gratitude this time. I've got something in my heart, there's something there. I've got something in my heart, we call it gratitude, gratitude. Now we'll do wholeness. I've got something in my heart, there's something there. I've got something in my heart, we call it wholeness, wholeness, happiness. I've got something in my heart, there's something there. I've got something in my heart, we call it happiness, happiness. Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, and now is our time to practice the law of circulation. So for what we've received, we are preparing to give, and Jivan is going to pass the basket. But before he does that, we like to hold our gift over our hearts. And we say together, I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. So we take a moment to bless this offering, knowing that it comes from the divine and is going to the divine, to all of the organizations that we tithe to and to donate to here in the community, and to support our community here, to keep the lights on, to keep the ministers whole, to just remember that we are the source and the substance of the good that comes to this community. And so I am grateful knowing that this gift blesses us and that we are a blessing to others by means of it. And so we give thanks, we call it good, and so it is. All right, so I want to thank everyone who made this service possible today. So I want to thank Jivan for being our usher and our candle lighter. And I want to thank Diana Carolyn and Juanita Bratton for their work in keeping our all of our technology going. All of the Zoom, the YouTube, the Facebook, the PowerPoint, all of the things that they have to keep track of, the video, the sound, all of that stuff, the temperature, who knows, all of it. So thank you for doing that. Appreciate you. Thank you, Marilyn, for being our musician today. Appreciate you. And thank you to Reverend Julia for her wonderful talk. And thank all of you for being here today. So I think that's about it in terms of reminders. So what are you taking away with you today? What quality of spirit is bubbling up after the talk today? Gratitude. Community. Renewal. Revolution. All righty. Okay. Blessings and thank you for enriching yourself by being here today and enriching us by being in community with us. So let's stand for our benediction. And you can repeat, I'm going to say it, and then you'll say it after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It is this thing called wholeness.
It is this thing called wholeness.
It is this thing called oneness.
It is this thing called oneness.
It is this thing called love.
It is this thing
I know it. I feel it. I sense it. Because I am it. And so it is. Now our closing song.
All right. So I didn't get the words up here, but how the words are: infinite intelligence swirls through all. I am a receptor of its love. Infinite intelligence swirls through all. I am a receptor of its love. Infinite intelligence swirls through all. I am a receptor of its love. Infinite intelligence swirls through all. I am a receptor of its love. One more time. Infinite intelligence swirls through all. I am a receptor